Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. My name is Midway and I hope you're having a wonderful day. I sure am. So today in the Legend of Mushroom, I want to check out some of the builds from the bigger whales that I can find in the server. So we're going to be trying to figure out what they're doing and just gazing at their power, right? So we'll take a look at some of the rankings that I have access to and just see what we can find, right? Before we do that, please go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see any more Legend of Mushroom content. And remember, we have a giveaway running now for a month, right? We're giving away 175 euros together with Aptoide in AppCoins Credits, right? So now is your chance to jump into Aptoide, get it downloaded, play Legend of Mushroom through it, and there's gonna be a link for a video that I did explaining everything you need to do in order to get into the giveaway, right? So far only one person has signed up and there's going to be 5 winners, right? So you're pretty much guaranteed to get at least a little bit of money if you just sign up for now, right? So yeah, good luck getting into that, and let's just jump into the whales. So first of all, checking the cross-server showdown rankings, right? So we are now partnered together with a new set of servers. It's not up at the time of recording this video, right? We cannot actually go ahead and fight, but we can check the rankings of the whatever we have here left of the previous set of fights, right? The one we did last weekend, because we're just gonna be going over some of the guys at the top, right? So you cannot really see all they have unless they actually send it to you, right? But you can actually see a little bit of their build by just going to their panel, right? So we got some massive powerful guy right here, level 144, playing a prophet, right? So we got a mage going on, and they have almost 67 million power. 67 million power is the biggest that I've seen ever. Let me know guys if you are anywhere close to that, but that is insane. And it's got the Bitcoin icon going on, right? So you know this is a massive whale. So yeah, let's just check a little bit of their build, right? So let's see, a stun, skill crit, stun, skill crit, stun, skill crit, skill crit evasion, stun, skill crit, stun, skill crit, stun, skill crit. They pretty much just have a full stun skill crit build. So I did a video on this type of build where mages go prophets and they tried to benefit a lot out of the stun cooldown reduction and just trying to stun lock the enemies, right? So being this powerful, you're pretty much just going to be one-shotting anybody, but damn, with this much stun in your gear, you're pretty much just as optimized as it gets. So they are running the butterfly mount, so let's just go ahead and remember what the butterfly mount actually does. So we'll go ahead and click on advanced and find it right here. So after the battle begins, immediately deal a lot of AoE damage and launch targets within the range for 0.5 seconds, and it does the same thing again every 11 seconds. So it's just going to be doing a big front-loaded amount of damage and knocking the enemy for a little while, meaning you're just gonna be winning time and also allowing yourself to one-shot pretty much everything. I think this guy's just really going for the one-shot because obviously the AoE damage is going to be scaling off of your own damage. I don't think it's going to be scaling off of the the skill damage. Not sure if that's how it works. In any case, that is most definitely what this guy is trying to do. Just go ahead and just one-shot people, right? That seems pretty ludicrous, but obviously with this much power just altogether, let's see a little bit of his stats. We can see that they are definitely getting a little bit of levels on the merit side of things. We cannot see the souls they have, and we can also not see the skills they have, but we can go ahead and compare ourselves to them, right? So as we can see right here, we're most definitely insanely far away from this type of player, but let's just see how much ignore evasion they have. That's insane, 85% ignore evasion almost. Let's go ahead and see their skill damage. They have almost 1,500% increased skill damage, skill crit damage onto the 300%. That is so much. Skill crit at 82%, almost 83. God damn. Boss damage also insanely high, 30%. Boss damage resistance, all of that is just insane pretty much. They also have a little bit of healing rate there. Not too sure where that is coming from, but all in all adds up to a bonus is almost of 2,000, and I'm not even close to 500%, like 500% on any of the stats. So definitely a massive whale, which put a lot of money into pretty much everything. Let's finally go and check out the stun. So the stun is not too high. Not sure if that is displaying correctly. As you can see, 28.47% when you check it outside. If you go here and compare, it shows a little bit lower, right? So yeah, that's ignore a stun actually. Never mind, I checked that out completely wrong. There we go, 28.47. Not sure if it's now adding up everything from your artifact enchant shards, right? So you can get a little bit of extra stun from here. If that is adding up onto your total stats, well, that's how much this person has. Now, I know somebody in my server has quite a little bit of stun, and they are actually ranked now in Arena. That is Shiitake. They have, what is it, 37.42% stun. They're not that powerful. They're more powerful than me for sure, and they have a lot of damage. But as you can see, you are able to get a whole lot more stun. So whereas the previous guy just probably has so much power and so much front-loaded damage they can one-shot almost anybody. If you can come up with a build where you get a little bit more stun, mainly from your enchants or your enchant shards from your artifact, you can come up with something where you just buy yourself a lot of time. Let's just practice against them. Shiitake right here. I'm probably just gonna get one shot, but obviously at this point when you play against mages and they have enough power, this is what happens. You just get erased. So yeah, not too sure how this person managed to get this much attack bonus. That is for sure crazy, when like a couple weeks ago I was able to defeat him, right? So I'm not too sure what they did. Maybe they put some money into the game, but let's just try and find some other interesting whale. So going back to the rankings of the cross server showdown, we checked number 1, so let's just go ahead and check number 2 right now, right? So how strong is this guy? 55 million, close to it. So quite a difference between number 1 and number 2. That's like 10-ish million, a little bit more than that even. But we have a martial sage. We have the defensive kind of warrior. So let's just see what this is all about, right? So let's check a little bit of the gear. We got evasion and counter-strike. Obviously counter-strike is going to be king, but let's see, there's a lot of crit rate here. It seems to be the theme of it, right? Counter-strike crit rate, counter-strike crit rate. Pretty much all of that is counter-strike crit rate. We got a little bit of evasion right there once again. And we got the frog going on. We got the new artifact as well as the back attachment from the latest event. It seems like the back attachment from the latest event is just very, very damn strong. Obviously don't have it myself, but let's just go ahead and back and once again check out what this mount is actually. The frog mount, what does it do? So we'll find it here on the I think, yeah, there we go. There it is. Every 10 seconds deal defeat one enemy. Boosting attack. Wait, hold up. Every 10 seconds, defeat one enemy, boosting attack by 15% for 5 seconds. If the target is the boss or a player, stun him for an additional 1 second. So it's going to be boosting your attack for 5 seconds by 15% every 5 seconds, or for 5 seconds every 10 seconds actually, and stunning your enemy. So it's pretty much just going to give you a lot of flat attack boost, which is comparable, obviously it's the same amount as 15%, comparable to what you get out of Wild Gust, that is 15%. That is quite strong, not gonna lie. The stun is most definitely also nice. So let's go back to the ranking here and check what else we can find on this guy, right? So we cannot check anything else on the gear side of things, right? So let's just go ahead and compare ourselves to them. So obviously our HP is very, very, very bad right now. But let's see a little bit more of the interesting side of things, right? So they have a lot of counter-strike. They are on the higher side of it. Evasion is also pretty high, to be fair. They have a couple evasion items right there going on. So how is their crit rate? Their crit rate is also insane, 78.78%. So they have very, very optimized gear. If I had the most optimized gear, I could get maybe a little bit close there with my crit rate being a little bit higher, but most definitely not anywhere close to these perfect stats, right? I have a lot of stun, which I could transfer into crit rate maybe, as well as that counter-strike, just getting rid of it. But definitely they have very, very optimized stats, right? So they also have a pretty decent amount of ignore stun, just 6% being very, very strong. Crit damage also insanely high. I mean, at this point, every status is going to be inflated from just wailing it out. Crit resistance very high as well. Basic attack multiplier also kind of very high, but let's just see the counter multiplier, 20,000%. God damn, my combo multiplier would be the comparable side of things, right? Being that I am trying to increase combo, but like I have half of what they have. That is just crazy, not gonna lie. Skill damage also pretty damn high as well. Pal damage insane as well. Now warriors like a little bit of that pal damage, and of course they are going to be having a lot of very inflated HP attack and defense bonuses, right? So definitely very, very damn strong, and this is one of the like more defensive side of warriors, right? So if we just go back and check what they had versus the more offensive kind of warriors, which would be the martial sage versus the warbringer, right? So of course they do have the damage resistance increase, the shield every 10 10 seconds, absorbing 10% of max HP, and of course increasing damage resistance by 2% for every 10% of damage lost, right? So that is crazy. And you also have the 50% max HP restore every 5 seconds after every usage of your active ability here. So yeah, this is most definitely a very tanky build, which can deal insane amounts of damage, of course, when you just put together insane stats and just very high amounts of power, because your whole build is just crazy. Of course, you're losing out on the increased attack and on the reflect there, which would basically work like counter to be fair, and of course the increased counter damage. So a little bit more of a defensive type of warrior build, but for sure it is definitely impressive once you get to that point where you have the 50 million type of power, right? There we go. So checking through the rankings of the new season, we could also find somebody who's definitely on the very powerful side of things. So we have here almost 58 million power. We have a plume monarch, so finally an archer. And let's just check what this guy's stats look like, right? So we can already see that they have insane amounts of combo, crit rate, as well as decent amount of evasion. So we're going to see him seeing a theme here where it's just combo, crit rate pretty much everywhere. We have a little bit of stun there, and everything else seems to just be combo, crit rate. We have again a little bit of stun there and a little bit of evasion. It's not displaying any back attachment, but we see that they are running the blazing sword here. I forgot the name of it. It's just increasing that crit. Decent choice for PvE, not so much for PvP, so they might just be spec'd into that or just not have any other better option. And they are also running the artifact from the latest event, right? So let's just go ahead and compare ourselves a little bit to them, right? So of course, this being archer versus archer, it just comes down to who's a little bit more optimized. All my values on attack, HP, and defense are always going to be lower, of course. No way I'm just beating anybody on that when my power is so much lower. But yeah, we seem to be doing okay-ish on the evasion side of things. Of course, we have some of that coming from our artifact enchantment, as well as just a little bit from the gear. We also have a little bit more stun, and we have that counter-strike we should really be trying to get rid of. I just can't seem to do so. But yeah, we have pretty much everything else is just a lot weaker. We are quite far behind on the combo multiplayer. I really need to be working on trying to get a little bit more of that. I'm not too sure at this point where else I'm lacking it. Probably from the souls. I should definitely try to increase that from the souls, as well as from my artifact enchantments, because I'm losing so much potential damage out of not having that leveled up enough. Also, similar thing with the basic attack multiplier, although in this case it's a little bit more comparable. Obviously the amount is also lower. We should see what the percentual difference is there. And then, yeah, pretty much just beaten everywhere there. We don't even have counter damage resistance right there. They have almost 30%. What about pile damage? They have almost 800. They have 800 pile damage increase. I just have nowhere near enough of that. That's just insane. Also, some healing rate from somewhere. Not too sure. They probably got that from the souls as well. Definitely need to try to get into the pink souls. I need to buy some of them for myself. And yeah, overall, just so far behind. It's just like once you get into the spend a lot of money, as well as just empowering your souls and your artifact enchantments, getting really good builds on those sides, and also putting together insane stuff with some mounts like attachments and obviously everything that's pretty much pay to win. You can just come up with crazy builds. Let's just for curiosity see who their partner is. And they are also playing a Plume Monarch, but it's a lot weaker, right? So we checked out 3 whales and we found some insane builds. I almost saw a 67 million power player playing a stun based mage. That was just crazy. Definitely the strongest player I've seen in Legend of Mushroom so far. Let me know if you've seen anybody who's comparable to that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me now. Before I go, I'll let you know a little bit about Aptoide. Also remind you that there is a giveaway going on now. So if you want to get into the giveaway, you need to be doing some things that I talked about on the video that I'll let down below in the link in the description, right? So I just explain everything about how to get into it. But basically what you get, or what you can get from that giveaway, is up to, well, there's going to be prizes amounting to a total of 175 euros worth of AppCoins Credits, right? So basically the whole thing about Aptoide is that you just download apps from it. Basically it's just like Google Play. You download apps from Aptoide, and once you do so, you're going to be able to play Legend of Mushroom or any other Android game you download through Aptoide. And whenever you try to make any payments on those games, when you play them through Aptoide, you're going to be able to earn bonuses for however much money you're spending, ranging from extra 10% all the way up to extra 35%. And as you can see right here, I am right now, if I was going to be doing this purchase of this pack of diamonds, getting a bit of a bonus based off of the amount that I'm spending, right? And then if I had enough of a bonus, which I do, I could go ahead and spend those bonuses that they work in the form of AppCoins credits in order to get myself just this pack without actually spending my real money, right? So scaling this bonus with things like, for example, using my code, which is going to be down below here as well as down in the description, are going to be able to allow you to get a bigger bonus and in turn allow yourself to also buy more stuff with the same amount of money spent with those bonuses, right? So you're just getting more value for your money. Now, I'm showing you here the AppCoins wallet. There's going to be a whole bit down below also just allowing you to know just a bit of a tutorial on how to set it all up for yourself on your Android phone as well as on an emulator on your PC. It doesn't work on iPhone devices, I'm sorry. But here you can see on the AppCoins wallet how much of a bonus you have right now. So basically in the giveaway, I will be giving you some of these bonuses that you see right here, some of these amount that you could go ahead and spend then in Legend of Mushroom or any other Android game when playing it through Aptoide, right? So you could get yourself quite a little bit of money right there and just spend away on the games you choose to, or also just pull it away from the wallet, right? So here you can see a little bit of a breakdown of the purchase history. You can also see here some active events, which will also increase the bonus amount you get on those games once they do load up for a limited time, right? So you can see for a limited time you can get even a bigger bonus when playing those games and spending money on them. You can also track your progress towards unlocking even bigger amounts of bonuses. And finally, you can also put in my promo code right here, which is a requirement for getting into the giveaway. Again, it's all explained in the video down below about the giveaway. So you just put in my code right there, and that also unlocks you 5% extra bonus for, in this case, Legend of Mushroom, right? So yeah, if you do use my code, you do help me out. You can also get yourself into the giveaway and win a little bit of that AppCoins credits to spend away in Legend of Mushroom or again any other Android game you choose to through Aptoide, right? So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say to do today. Definitely should try to get into the giveaway if you're trying to enjoy a little bit of price. It's pretty easy to win right now because pretty much nobody has signed up so far yet. So yeah, good luck on that. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, see ya.